Hello everyone, my name is Alok and welcome to another video. In this video, I'll be discussing about my experience in I am Lucknow call. If my channel adds value and if the videos are adding value, please do subscribe and like the video also. It was in Taj Bengal in Kolkata, and the interview process, like the documentation process, was not smooth at all. Here they will be checking all the documents, like from your ID card to your work like every other document will be checked very thoroughly. And if they have doubt on your work certificates, they will be going to, they'll ask for the pay slips, and they might also ask for the bank statements as well. But if your documents are legit, they won't go and dive into it. But if they find it fishy, they'll definitely look into it. I went, mine was actually seconds, like afternoon slot. So I went in, I got my documents verified. But what they do is, because the document process takes so long, they will do a VAT in between. Like half of the people will get their documents verified and half will be remaining, but they'll do a get done with the VAT. And because they have to start the interview process as well. So mine was my document check went on after the VAT process was done. Now, coming to the VAT process of I am Lucknow, it's very different. I mean, uh, uh, it's just 15 minutes that you get to write on a topic, and that too in 300 words. So there is no time to think, absolutely. You have to start writing right away. So my topic for VAT was increase in the gender pay gap, like challenges and opportunities, something like that. I don't exactly recall, but it was increase in gender pay gap. And I had to like instantly start writing. So the moment I got the topic, we started writing, and we were like, in my panel there were 12 of us. So we were made to sit in a room and we started writing. We wrote about the topic and everything, and then 15 minutes, not a lot of time, actually very less time. And then uh, we can like, I hardly had any time to conclude, but I could write it like somehow. And then started the PI started. In the PI, after the document check, the PI started, and in the PI I went in. So the panelists were very chill, but they were not grilling as in grilling, but they were asking questions. Like, they were legit asking a lot of questions from the answers that you were giving. So when I went in, he asked me to introduce myself, and when I introduced myself, the general basic question that every the interviewer asks is, why did you study your field, or why did you did a transition? I did a transition from marine engineering to blockchain space. So he asked me, why did you do the transition? And I told him that, sir, life on board ship was very monotonous and I was not enjoying a lot. So I decided to, do a transition there. So he was like, okay, we know that life on board ships are monotonous, the core jobs are like that. So he went into the leadership side, and he asked me, Alok, which leader according to you is the best leader? So I told him, sir, I come from Jamshedpur, and I feel Ratan Tata is one of the best leaders out there. He has been one of the best leaders, because why he asked me why. I told him he was very considerate to his people, to his employees, to the people of Jamshedpur, and to the people of India as well. So a leader who is very considerate, and when someone who looks after their people is a good leader. So he straight away gave me an example of, what about Hitler? He also cared a lot about the people of Germany, and he was also considerate. So why wouldn't you say Hitler was a bad leader? So I said, no, sir. I think he was not considerate about the other people, like the Polish people, and also he straight away told, but they were not his people, right? So. So I was taken aback. Then I said, "Ki sir, one more quality which is very important is being considerate, is to listen what others are saying. So he should be a very good listener as well, because Hitler was not considerate when it comes to thing. If he feels what is right, he'll just do it. So he was a bit convinced, but he said one thing is, don't you think that because he lost the war, he was made the villain? If and that's the general thing that happens in the world. So I told him, yes, sir, that might be the case, but I still feel Hitler was not a good leader. So he asked me, what is the book, the recent book that you have read? So I told him, sir, I have not been reading books lately because I was busy preparing for CAT, but I have read the Alchemist book. So he told me, okay, Alok, I think reading is a good habit and you should read books to add values. So I told him, yes, sir, I want to like, I would want to read books, more books in the coming days, and I am trying to develop that habit in myself. Then he was fine with it. Then what he did was, he just took my UG mark sheet, like consolidated mark sheet, and started asking me okay, what did you read in this subject? What did you read in this subject? And the first was the material science. He asked me, what did you read in material science? And I was like, sir, I studied about the iron carbon diagram, the way materials behave under certain conditions. And then straight away he asked me, what is the melting point of iron? And it just hit me that at that moment I told him, sir, it's 1500 degrees Celsius. And I was like, yes, pretty close. So he was happy there. Then he asked me, what did you study in electrical machines? Then I told him, sir, induction motors, wired motors and all. So he asked me, can you draw the diagram of squirrel cage induction motor? And then I was absolutely blank because I just didn't know, because it has been a long time I studied all that. So I tried to draw the normal motor diagram, and he was like, no, Alok, that is wrong. I was like, sorry sir, I'll have to just recheck it again. And he was fine with it. Then he moved on and he asked me from other subjects as well, like 2 3 other subjects, what did you study in boiler or other things? And I told him. Then he asked me, then he passed on to the other panelist. Now the other panelist, he was quite chill, so he started asking me, okay, tell me what is, he asked a question about thermodynamics, but he told me, you know, he asked me, okay, yes, he asked me which law of thermodynamics is used in the energy can either be created nor can it be destroyed. So I told second law, and then he was like, are you sure? I don't know, sir, actually first law. So he told me, are you sure that energy cannot be created nor can it be destroyed? And I told, yes sir, it cannot be. So he asked me, okay, so if I give you an option to go for renewable sources and cut down fossil fuel all at once, will you do it? So I told him, sir, it depends upon the performance and also in the cost that we are putting in. If the cost is too high to get the renewable sources right now, it will be very difficult. So he told me, can you justify this? So I told him, yes sir. If the, like, we have EV cars as example, so people are adopting it, although the prices are 1.5x something, because EVs have given the promising results and they are so nicely out there. So they're performing so nicely that people are opting it. So if we can improve the tech and we can go in on that horizon, obviously we will be having better results, and we can definitely replace with the renewable sources. So he was pretty satisfied there. He also asked me 1 or 2 questions which I do not recall exactly, but that was all dependent upon the academics portion only. So it was mostly academic based interview where they were asking questions. And then one more question came in. He asked me, how many people are reporting you right now, and what is the proof, like how do you motivate them to work? So I told him, sir, I try to I try to know that person's views also. I just don't want to make them work. So if there is something which we have to do, I try to make them work as a team, and I want to make them feel important. So they were happy with it. And overall interview was chill. They were pretty satisfied with all the answers that I gave. So so they were like, okay, yeah, look, you can leave now. So when I started walking off, he stopped me and he asked me, do you want to ask any question? So I asked him, sir, what do you feel about the transition that I'm making right now from the marine engineering thing? Now I worked in the blockchain space and now I want to get into BTech side. So what do you feel about it? So it's an absolutely great decision that you have taken. You are in the like sweetest spot to do a transition and get into the leadership roles. So I feel, the other panelists said that I feel that it's a perfect thing, and I know so many marine engineers. My friends are there who did this transition long back. So I asked him, sir, was it fruitful for them to do the transition? And he asked me, are you married? And we all started laughing. So I said, no sir, I'm not married. Then he said, okay, then it's the right thing for you to do. So it was pretty chill, and the panel was also satisfied. Everything was nice. But on the other hand, to other candidates who had walked out, they were grilled a lot in academics. So if I was lucky enough that I could recall the answers, if you are not able to answer, then the cross questioning begins and it will not stop. So if you're going for IIM Lucknow interview, do get thorough with the academics, like for the UG topics and everything, so that you are able to answer well. Thanks a lot. I hope the video helped you. Bye bye.